Emulation of attacks to validate Cisco security defenses. All right, so this test is going to leverage Cisco Secure Firewall. And we're actually going to fail the test. We're actually going to test for something we know that we're not going to be able to detect. And then what we're going to do is use ChatGPT to develop a signature that we can import into Cisco Secure Firewall, right, using Snort, and then rerun that test, and we should be able to detect and or prevent. All right, let's get started. Now, this is part of Cozy Bear's CNC test with AttackIQ. So first and foremost, I've already ran the test, and I know it's going to fail, and it does fail. I can see it here. So now what I want to do is I jump into ChatGPT. I say, create a Snort version 3 signature in the following order and in one line. Alert TCP home network to external network using HTTP ports. Use a message of malware CNC Cozy Bear. Potential web script security vulnerability detected. And then flow to server, HTTP URI has no value, content without brackets, the web security /view/for/player.swf. And that's the thing we're going to detect using Snort. So I gave it a little bit of instruction, and then I go ahead and ask it to develop the signature. And it does a pretty good job. And I could actually go in here and say, you know what, explain each one of these lines so I can learn a little bit. This is the beauty of open source, is that I can actually come in and use commodity, if that's what I can call it, AI, to develop signatures that help me detect threats that might be in my organization or threats that might be in the wild that I don't want in my organization. And so it explains each line item. What is home network and the value of it? The message, the flow to server is established, the content, that's the thing that we're looking for. And now that I have this signature, I can copy it out. Now, it isn't 100% perfect. I had to edit it, but it gets me 99% of the way there. And so there's some small areas that I had to make changes to. One was I had to add HTTP_URI and then semicolon. For some reason, it didn't add it. And I'm sure if I played with it a bit, it would. And then I had to get rid of this semicolon, add a comma, and clean that up. And that's it. Then I go ahead and go to intrusion rules, Snort 3, all task, upload Snort signature. Go ahead and hopefully this will import without any errors. Next. And yeah, that's it. All right, now that I have this in, I can go to local rules. I can see the rule here. I'm going to go ahead and set it to block. So let's go ahead and look at our intrusion policy that is applied to that specific rule. We'll go to rule overrides and we go to local rule group and we can see it set to block. But the policy itself is in fact detection only, the mode. Now, I could have prevented it. If I can detect it, I can prevent it. So that's not a big deal. So I'm going to leave it in detection anyway and run that command again. And we're going to go ahead and push policy when I do that. And it's complete. We'll go ahead and run the test. So let's go back into AttackIQ. And we'll go ahead and run that test. Remember, it's looking for that content specifically. So it's going to go ahead and run that test. Let's go to Unified Events and Secure Firewall. And we'll go ahead and go live. And hopefully the magic happens here. We should see would have dropped if we were in prevention mode. Oh, there's an intrusion event. That's good. We've detected an intrusion. Let's see if that's the right one. We see the impact score, detection mode. Okay. Port 80. Oh, there's that malware CNC Cozy Bear. There's the signature, the rule group. There's the actual URL right there. Victory, success. So that's leveraging ChatGPT to create a signature. And what's interesting, a colleague of mine, Oxana, and I had developed an integration with Cisco XDR where we can use the AttackIQ capabilities that we can run a test. It'll actually go out to ChatGPT and try to create a signature based on the results of that test. And then based on that, it'll import the right signature. It might have to do a couple of iterations. And then it applies it to firepower. And then finally, we rerun that breach attack simulation using AttackIQ integration with Cisco XDR. And we prevent/detect that particular threat. All with Cisco XDR, all through automation. Really cool stuff.